everybody, welcome back to my video. Sorry if you hear any noises outside, people out here, touching up the hedges or whatever. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be doing college advice for incoming freshmen, or not even just freshmen, just underclassmen, period. And I don't want to say underclassmen like I'm bougie because I'm about to be a senior, but about to be a senior, about to graduate. Anyway, so I have a little notebook to keep me on track because I tried to film this like 20 minutes ago and it turned into a long video. So let's get into the video. So the first thing for you freshmen out there, oh my goodness, first of all, let me tell you what they say is true. These 4 years will fly by super duper fast, and it's crazy because they say that about high school too, and you're thinking like, nah, I'm in high school and I feel like I've been in high school for all of my life, you know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, this stuff really does fly by super fast. So it's like I feel like I was just going to prom, y'all. Like I was just picking up my dress, getting my hair did. I look way better now. I could have looked like this when I went to prom, but it's okay. I felt like I was just getting like my dress and all that stuff done, and now I'm about to be, this is my last year of college, and I'm like, dang, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get out of school. Like, school has been my life, like all of my life, because I feel like I've been in school every year since I was born, which is practically true. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is life after school? But anyway, so point is, it's almost done, and I don't know what the heck I'm about to do.
And they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But so for you guys who are just coming into college and y'all excited, y'all seen a ton of movies, all these fraternities everywhere, and everything looks so fun and it's so fresh, and everything is just like, oh my gosh, I want to do that so bad. Let me just tell you, some schools, yes, it might be like kind of like a movie, and then other schools like mine, so nah. That's just, I'm at a private Christian school, so they are doing their own thing. They ain't got no fraternities, they don't got no sororities, so that's disappointing, but whatever, that's not the point.
You mad?
The point is that college in general is not like how it is in TV. Like, you think that you about to be sitting out on the lawn all day, you have all this time to just chill and do whatever you want to do, and you ain't got it. Your class is gonna be like 2 minutes, just like in the movie they show 2 minutes of class. That's gonna be your life. That's not necessarily true. What's about to happen is you do have a lot of free time. Like, especially for me, it depends on your schedule. So my schedule has been consistent. Like my classes have been like morning to like afternoon, and that's it. Some people have like late afternoon classes, and some people have night classes, which I did have a night class, and that was terrible because it was during the winter semester and it was cold. It was just awful. But anyway, you do have a lot of free time, so you can like go to class. I'm really sorry, ignore this noise. You can go to class from like 8 in the morning, be done by 1 o'clock, and you're free for the rest of the day. What I recommend is that you put in like a job into that space, so you can get some money, so you're not out here broke and struggling, or like a club, or go to like social events, because for one, for freshmen, that's how you meet people, and that's how you get to be like into stuff at the school, and you're not so like lonely, and you don't feel so scared, because as a freshman it is really hard like trying to get adjusted to college life, because it is like high school in terms of like the classes and stuff, and like you still got work to do, but in terms of like being a grown-up and making your own rules, being responsible for yourself and getting your work done, that's all on you. And it's different because your parents usually help you in high school, unless your situation was different, but that's how it usually goes. Your parent or guardian helps you out. They tell you, hey, you got to go to school, get up, do your homework, you can't do nothing until you do this, stuff like that. But college is all on you. And I would recommend, if you're like really introverted like me, you like put yourself out there, give yourself a little push, like try to get into stuff. Like I was into clubs. I'm in clubs at school, so I'm in like my ASL club, which is my major, American Sign Language Interpreting, and that helps me like get to know the people in my major, even though we all have the same classes. And like practice, and then I have the Black Student Union, which is just for me to have like a community of my own that I feel like supported in, and I can have like a group of people that I really like hanging out with because they're super cool. So get into a club or something, and like it'll help you meet new people, and go to the social events that your school has, because if you're too afraid to go, then you're just gonna keep yourself in the same spot and not make any friends. So don't forget to do that. And also try not to turn down opportunities to have fun. So it is kind of nerve-wracking to be going to a school by yourself if you're not going with one of your friends. Like if you're just going to like a completely new school, new environment, new state, whatever it is. Don't turn down opportunities to have fun or to meet new people, because that will kind of come back and bite you in the end. Like you don't want to be alone, no friends like the whole time. So unless that's your thing, hey, do you. But anyway. And also being homesick is kind of different for everybody, because I was homesick when I went, but my school was only like 2 hours from my house. So imagine if you like live in a whole another state, like all the way on the other side of the country, you know, so that's a little bit different. You can call home, fly home when you can, drive home when you can. That's all up to you, and up to your situation. I was going home like every weekend, but that's because I had a mom who was like, okay. But then she was like, nah, that's gas, and I got it. Okay, so that's freshman year advice. Like, really try your best to put yourself out there, and try whatever works best for you to handle your homesickness, or just get over your introvertness, or whatever you want to do. Whatever works best for you, meditating, going out, just pretending you're somebody else. I don't know. Whatever works for you, you do that. Sophomore year, learn from your freshman year mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes that you did freshman year. Like, for example, if you're one of the people who hit the snooze button like 50 million times, then if your class is at 6, or you gotta wake up at 6, set your alarm at 5 or 5:30, 5:15, whatever you need to do, so that when you hit snooze all those times, you're not gonna make yourself late, because you do not want to be late for class. It's not like high school. They will not tell you what you missed most often, and they will go on without you. You're responsible, like I said, you're responsible for you and making sure that you get your stuff together. So you don't want to be behind. Trust me, like even though you have a lot of freedom and you can not feel like going to class and not go to class, you really should go to class, because it's important, not just because, you know, I mean, that's what you're there for. You're paying your money to go to class, so you might as well not waste thousands of dollars just sleeping in, you know what I mean? So set your alarm earlier if that's what you gotta do. And also, if you had like bad influences freshman year, or just period in your life, drop those people. You don't need them in your life. They will not help you, and they're not gonna encourage you to do better. They're just gonna hold you back. So if you have those people in your life who are just like, oh no man, let's ditch class. They're always trying to ditch class, never go to class. They're always trying to get you to do stuff that you know you shouldn't do, or you maybe feel like you shouldn't do. Just drop them. It's no repercussions to drop somebody. Just drop them. They're not good for you, and you're trying to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, they're not going to pay your tuition when you have to go another year because you missed so many classes. Now you failed the class and you have to take it again. And also, life is hard in college without a car. Like the first 2 years I was in school, I didn't have a car because stuff was messed up with me taking my license, my driving test when I was in high school, so I had to take it later. But the first 2 years of school, I was just on campus all the time because I didn't have a car, and the shuttles were kind of confusing. I still used them, but it was like it would take all day just to go to Walmart. So having a car really changed my game. Like I had a car this past year, my junior year, and I felt like I could do anything, you know what I'm saying? Except for it was really hard, like paying for insurance and gas and all that stuff. So that is my advice. If you have a car and your parents cannot afford to pay your way, then please find an on-campus job or off-campus job, something. Because they have work study for some people, like a part of financial aid. That's what I have. So try to find like a little job on campus where it won't be too hard, and they can definitely work with your schedule because they know you're a student. So, and you can still have money in your pocket. Also, help new freshmen. Help freshmen, because you were a freshman before, and it would, you know how you felt like the first year. That's why I'm making this video, because I know how it feels to be a freshman. just help them. If you see somebody who looks really scared, really nervous, you know, just be like, hey, you can come over here and sit with me, and then talk to them, or just make them feel comfortable, or just reach out to them, because it's really hard as a freshman coming in, especially if you don't know anybody, and it would be really nice for somebody to, you know, reach out to you and make you feel better and just give you that little push that you need, that, you know, help you get acclimated to college life. So for junior year, like I said, I got a car, and I thought life was amazing, you know, until that young bill hit and I had to pay my insurance. I was like, oh. But I'm not gonna lie, my dad did pay my insurance like for half the year, or more than half the year, which was amazing. Shout out to him. But like I said, get a job, because if your parents can't pay for your car, then you gotta pay for it yourself, and that's part of being an adult. So you gotta get ready for it. If you feel like you're an adult already, and you're like, I don't need you, Mom, I can make my own decisions, or whatever, then part of making your own decisions is making sure your insurance is paid. So get a job. And going to parties. This is something that a lot of people are looking forward to, going to college parties, and they can be really fun. But my recommendation would be, like, most of them happen on the weekend, of course. If you want to go out every weekend, you gotta make a plan. So if you have homework, say you got homework due Monday morning and it's Friday evening and you want to go out, don't be lazy, don't procrastinate, don't put it off. Do your homework before, like, do all of your weekend homework before you go out, so that way when you go out, you're not gonna be like, oh man, I forgot that assignment that I had to do, and it's Sunday night and it's due like 8 o'clock in the morning. So you don't have to like sit there and crash study or crash do your homework, because then your homework is just gonna go down from there, and you know, you're probably not gonna get the best grade that you would have gotten if you would have did it right in the first place. And then I want to talk about real quick living in dorms versus living in the student apartments. My first 2 years, freshman and sophomore, I was living in the dorms, which is like you have a ton of people on one floor. It could be co-ed, it could be just single gendered, whatever they have going on at your school. Mine was, we had an all girls floor, and the bathroom situation, it was just so annoying, because it's like some people just don't do what you do, and if you're not one of those people who like seeing globs of hair on like the shower wall, that's just disgusting, you know? Like, people don't clean the same as you, people leave their products everywhere, people leave their mess everywhere, and it's really gross. And that was just like not the funnest time to be in school. But as far as living in the student apartments, which I'm also living in this year, I lived in last year, you have your own kitchen, you have your own living space, you still have roommates, but the fun thing about that is by that time, junior, senior year, you already know people, hopefully, and you can pick your own roommates, so that way it's like less of a problem. And also, for my first year, I had a roommate like my freshman year who I thought was gonna be cool, because we were in the same major and we talked a little bit before the school year started. It turned out to be an awful experience. She was like crazy or something, and that whole thing, I just had to change roommates like almost halfway through like the first semester. That's how crazy it was. I could not live with that girl. She was doing too much, and I literally moved. They broke policy for me, thank God, because that situation was unhealthy and I was not about to stay in it. So I did get to move, which was really great. My other roommate, she was really quiet. I tried to get her to do stuff with me and do stuff with my friends, but she didn't want to. She went home more than I did, but that's okay. She wasn't bad. But the second year, my sophomore year, I got to room with somebody I met in one of the clubs that I was in, which was really fun, and she's been my roommate since sophomore year, and she's gonna be my roommate this year as well. So enough of me rambling. That's all the advice and like tips I have on like college life and what to do while you're at school and what not to do. So I hope this video helped you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you thumbs up this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out the links in my description box below to see more videos from me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.